Hey there. Welcome back. Today we have a surprise unboxing. I love to do show and tells for you all, and it is especially fun when I receive something and we can open it together and I get to see it for the first time in person with you. So I did this once before last year with something I had ordered from Etsy, and we did a surprise unboxing, a surprise what's in my box, and I will link to that video because it's a fun one. And I received an Etsy gift card from my sister, again for Christmas this year. She is very generous, and that is a gift that I love because then I can go on Etsy and find some cool independent artists and creators to support. It's where I got my fuzzy pink mic cover last year. It's one of the things I got with my gift certificate, as well as the item that I unboxed. And I love this mic cover, and I've actually been thinking about ordering a second one from that shop on Etsy, which I will link in my description. I always include that link. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with them, but it's just such a cool mic cover. So as a side note, if I buy a second fuzzy mic cover, what color do you think it should be? I was thinking blue or purple, depending on the exact color selections that they have at the moment. So anyway, I've already gotten us distracted from the task at hand. But this is something that I purchased this year with my Etsy gift card. And right off the bat, I will tell you it is not a record album. In our family, anytime there is a square, flat gift item, a record is always the first thing that comes to mind. So to give you some initial clues, you can see that this is in a flat mailing envelope here. This is not a very thick item. There are actually 3 items in this package. And so as you might surmise, the next clue that I will give you is that they are pieces of art. And you know, just this cardboard sleeve. I mean, this is a star all on its own. But so I thought this one would be extra fun to open up together because it's so, you know, the packaging is so plain, it doesn't really give you any clues, and so it's kind of a blank slate. So the only thing we have is that here on the front it says, handle with care, do not bend. And luckily this did not get bent. It arrived in very good condition. So I will tell you that these pieces of art have to do with my interests and things that I enjoy. And one of them is an item that is maybe the second guess you might have for a square package like this, as that it might be something that in some way helps us keep track of the seasons and days of the year. Boy, that is a lovely tapping sound. I might have to hold on to this cardboard mailer for my tapping Hall of Fame. I should do a video of that sometime, sort of my top tapping items. Okay, so now that we have built up a little suspense here, let's see what is inside this package. Any thoughts? What are you thinking? Any guesses or any categories? We'll see. So let me see. I did bring my trusty zebra scissors with me. And I will, there's just a little packing sticker on the side. And so I will cut that. Okay, busting into the fresh package here. Okay, and then now this is just a little flap. Let's see how this sounds. There we go. I may end up just tearing it inadvertently, but this is a nice little mailer. There we go. Okay, so open that up. And then we'll see what's in here. So, okay, I will pull out, or is it all in one? Let me see. Ooh, it's all in one plastic sleeve. So I think, how do I want to do this? Okay, I think I want to do it a little more sneakily rather than showing you everything all at once. So I will go down into this little plastic packaging and I will pull out the first item. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. I love doing this. Okay, so you can see this is the back. It's just a square little card. Wow, that's a neat sound. It sounds kind of like a balloon or something, like an inflated balloon. And so on the back of this little card is an illustration, a piece of artwork, and it is of an object. And this is an object that you would find in the kitchen. And it is instrumental in making hot beverages of a particular type. And this item can be part of a lovely, calming ritual in your life, if you would choose it to be. And there are two parts to this item. One that you prepare something in, and then another that you pour that preparation into. Okay, any guesses? I love how I'm just turning everything into a guessing game these days, but I don't know, I think it's fun. Okay, so what is on this piece of little cardstock, this beautiful piece of artwork, is a teapot. And you can see this beautiful little square print that has kind of a cast iron looking teapot on it with the steam rising out and the little cup of tea to go with it. And I just thought this was very charming. And I love tea, of course, and I have a bit of a tea art theme in my kitchen. I have a painting that one of my friends did of a teapot, which I love, in my kitchen. And I just thought that this would be a cool little addition. So I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to put it. I may need to find a little frame for it or figure out exactly where I'm going to put it, but that will be a fun task. So this is the first item in our Etsy art haul. Is this beautiful little teapot. And the artist's name, who created all of these pieces, is Cat Tween. And like I said, I bought these from Etsy, so I will link to her Etsy shop if you want to check out any of these items. So again, number one, my little teapot print. I'm very excited about that. I just thought it was very cute. And I haven't had, much new artwork in a while, and just felt like it was time. So we'll put that down. Okay, that was item number one. We have another smaller item in here in our cardboard sleeve here. So I will reach down in and see if I can get the second. I might as well do this rustling, right? Because that can be a good trigger. Rustle, rustle. Okay, the second item is longer and skinnier. Once again, I will show you the back. And boy, all these pages of paper that these things are are very diverse in their sounds, more so than I thought they would be. I was talking about this with someone in the comments of a video, how I love it when, in an ASMR video, I love it when the creator is exploring something that it's a completely new sound for them too, something that they haven't experimented with yet on the mic, because I think it's just really fun, because then you get to hear it and explore it together. So, the first little print that I had was focused on tea, which is one of my loves in life. And this one is focused on one of my other loves of life. Do you have any guesses? Well, this design has 3 little elements to it, and they are all things that grow in the ground and are beautiful and also edible. So on this rectangular piece, I will flip it around for you. Any guesses? Any guesses? What do you think? It is an illustration of some wild herbs. Wild herbs and flowers. And this is actually a sticker. And it's quite large. It's actually a little bigger than I was imagining. I'm terrible about that. When I order things, I don't always pay attention to the dimensions as I should. I mean, this is great. I like that it's bigger. It has 3 different plants. A wild violet, a dandelion, and a stinging nettle. And these are all plants that grow wild around where I live and are sometimes considered weeds, particularly our friend dandelion. But they're actually quite medicinal and nutritious. I have made quite a number of things with dandelion, and it is on my list this spring to learn how to work with stinging nettle, because it is very good for you. And I have bought dried nettle and I make tea out of it, and other things, but I have never harvested the fresh nettles. And you know, they do have a stinging element to them. You have to be careful and wear gloves when you're first doing it. And, you know, it's sort of exciting and a little bit thrilling, you know, in the plant world. So I want to learn how to work with nettles. And then wild violets just grow everywhere in my yard, and not until last year did I really know how much you can use them in home folk medicine preparations. So this spring, after taking my bioregional herbalism classes in the fall, which I have signed up for the spring session of as well, I am just going to be on the lookout for all kinds of things that I can harvest and make medicine with. And I love this. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful detailed design in that all of the letters are different colors. That's so pretty. You can see they're like rainbow colored. And they're just such beautiful illustrations. And this one just really caught my eye, and I had to add it into my order. And this one, okay, this is the name of the Etsy shop, Heart of the Earth Arts. So again, I will link to all that info so that you can check out this wonderful shop. But I'm so excited about this, so I don't know exactly where I will put my herbal medicine all-stars sticker, but I really love it, and it's another very cool piece of art. The wild violet here with its leaves and its purple flowers, and then the dandelion with its spiky leaves and its flowers, and then the stinging nettle. This one will not sting me. And particularly dandelion, you know, because really is maligned and gets harshly battled by a lot of chemicals by people who want to keep their lawns looking a certain way, but it's very nutritious and very medicinal and very valuable, to the home herbalist and homesteader, or just anyone who wants to know how to take care of themselves with resources that are abundant in nature. So, I love these plants and I love this sticker. So that is my item number 2. Okay, so those two smaller items were actually just add-ons that I added to my cart when I was looking at the full offerings of art in the shop. And so my main purchase from the shop, and what I was actually searching for when I found the shop, is still within our magical, mysterious cardboard sleeve here. And so I will pull it out. And now this one is within a plastic sleeve. So we can see this is yet another sound of the plastic sleeve on this piece of art. That's nice. It's almost like a drum head, like a snare drum head that isn't tight enough. I like it. Oh, and my light is probably making all kinds of reflections with this one. We'll see how that goes. I'm still figuring that out. So you can see that this piece of art is square, and I will tell you that it is a square piece of canvas, piece of paper that it is on. The shape of the actual piece of art is a circle, and it is a circle that contains specific information in a very beautiful and artistic way. Information that will inform me daily and also give a broader perspective over the course of the year. So do you have any ideas of what this might be? Okay, I'm going to turn it around. Are you ready? It's so beautiful. I'm so excited to share this with you. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it beautiful? Ta-da! It is a beautiful, beautiful wheel of the year. And I hope you can see it well. I hope it's not too shiny. I hope there's not too much reflection, but I will bring it a little closer here so you can really get a look at it. And it is a circular calendar that shows all of the moon phases and when the moon is in each phase during its cycle. And it has the months of the year around the edges, as well as the moon cycles, and we have the zodiac signs for each of these seasons. And there's beautiful artwork to go with each month. And then there are some nice thematic words around the edges to go with each of the seasons and sort of the themes of that time of year. And you all know that I am very much connected to the natural world and that I am a fan of living according to the seasons. And that is something that my studies of Ayurveda and nervous system health have really brought home to me, is the importance of our connection with nature, and that just cannot be underestimated as a tool for our general well-being and groundedness in life. And I've never had a calendar like this before, so I just thought it would be really cool, and I plan to hang it in my kitchen so that I can have it as an easy reference, because that is something I am trying to learn more about and be more in touch with, is the phases of the moon, and how they are connected to my personal cycle and to the greater cycles of the universe. So you can see, I'll just kind of show you around this a little bit. This kind of starts with the summer up here. So it starts with the summer solstice, which is on June 21st this year. And there will be a full moon then. And so you can see this shows the dates of that month, which days the moon will go into each of its phases. And there's a different color here for each one to kind of differentiate. And so we'll just go around the circle of the months here. Have July, some mushrooms and a sunflower, manifestation, fulfillment, fruition, community, and celebration. August, September, a very cute little squirrel there. Harvesting, sharing, giving thanks, reciprocity, gratitude, reap what has been sown. Some cute little mushrooms there, and you can see the moon phases, so full moon, waxing gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent. Those just kind of give you a reference for what each of the moon phases are as you're looking at them here, and that's useful to me because I still honestly get mixed up about the waxing gibbous versus waning gibbous. I mean, I love the word gibbous. I could just say waxing gibbous, waning gibbous, waxing gibbous, waning gibbous. That needs to be in my next trigger word video. Gibbous. Gibbous, gibbous, gibbous. Now I've said it too many times and it's lost all meaning. So we can continue around the circle here. And you know what? I think I'm going to take this out of its sleeve. Like I said, I live, by my instincts here because I don't have a camera that shows me what you're seeing. So I am going to pull this out of the plastic sleeve because then I think maybe there won't be so much reflection and you'll be able to see it better. I hope that makes it better and not any worse. But it's nice that it came in that sleeve because that might be helpful while I'm figuring out exactly how I'm going to hang it. I can keep it protected. Ooh, well that makes a lovely sound on its own. So August, September, October, November, December. We get around into October says cleanse, reflect, release, acceptance, forgiveness, and balance. Under December and November, rest, meditation, dreams, visions, stillness, turning inward, and letting go. So you can see we have some fall leaves and flowers coming around here. The autumn equinox on September 23rd. And then we have a cute little gnome here having a little cup of tea. And some candles and greenery for the winter season. So that's what I like about this wheel of the year way of looking at things, is that it doesn't break time up into square calendar chunks, which we like to do as humans. Instead, this reminds us that time is a circle and that everything is moving in cycles and in currents, and there's no real here's the start and here's the end and here's the stop. You know, it's just always moving, and so it's wherever we happen to come into the circle. So here we are now in January, coming in to this section of our Wheel of the Year. And January says, plan, prepare, listen, introspect, renew, set intentions, solitude, receptivity, and surrender. Yeah. Those are all my favorite kinds of themes for January. Note that there's no like, new year, new you, do everything all at once, be really active. Instead, we're talking about listening and solitude and surrender. And boy, surrender has really been my theme this month. And I think it's going to be my theme for 2023, the theme of surrender. And I don't mean that in any negative way, like I'm giving up at all. It's the opposite of that. What I'm actually doing is embracing everything that actually is. And if I'm letting go of anything, I'm letting go and giving up on trying to control things and trying to know what comes next. And instead, I am surrendering to whatever is happening to me in the moment, and then responding to that from a place of centeredness and hopefully a place of grace and good judgment. So there's a little side note for you there. I can't help, just sharing some of these thoughts that I have about spiritual matters, and I hope that you enjoy them. So back to our Wheel of the Year here. So here we are in January, and of course this is a Northern Hemisphere version of the Wheel of the Year, and she actually makes a Southern Hemisphere version. So if you are on the other side of the world, she makes one of these where the seasons are lined up with where you are, which is pretty cool. And so coming around here, we're almost to February and March, and we have nurturing, planting seeds, commitment, hope, and new beginnings. And I am getting very excited about planting seeds. I've been looking at seed catalogs and will be ordering some new herb seeds for my garden this year. And then we come back up here to April. Yes, spring will come eventually, even though things are quite frozen right now where I am. And for April, we have these cute fiddlehead ferns here opening. And it says emerging, opening, exploring, refining, take action, work hard, persist. And you can see we have some beautiful sprouts coming out of acorns here. And all beautiful spring flowers. Going to bring this around again to make sure that you are able to have a chance to really see how lovely it is. Might be neat. Always experimenting, since this is a circle. Might be neat to spin it around for you a little bit. Who knows? Ooh, that's a neat sound. Now this really makes me feel like a Foley artist, because I definitely remember, I don't know, seeing some video when I was a kid, on actual TV, of Foley artists, and they were making like thunder sounds, and they were doing it by shaking these big like panels of something like this that was flexible and made a cool sound. Oh my goodness, bless you all for sticking with me through all of my tangents. I hope they are at least entertaining to you. So, let me see, did I get turned around here? We went all the way through April and May, and then we get back up here to June and July, back to the summer solstice. So I skipped the vernal equinox, which is on March 12th, and the winter solstice on December 21st. And we have up here with June and July some more cute little gnomes and a moth, beautiful moth there, looks kind of like a Luna moth. And I just love how she has all these natural elements. And I love the style of the months. I love the artwork and the colors. And then, as I said, in here we have each of the seasons, the astrological seasons, which is another thing that I do not know much about and would like to learn more about. So I thought this would be helpful in that too, just knowing, what season that we're in. Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. And so right now, I guess, we are in Aquarius season. And see, that's something that I just don't know off the top of my head. And I was recently looking into my birth chart a little bit more to try to understand a little bit more of those elements, because why not? It's kind of fun. And I realized that I am an Aquarius rising, which, your rising sign can say, different things about you than your sun sign, which is the one that most people know and associate with. I am a Gemini as my sun sign, since my birthday is May 29th. But as I said, I am such a beginner in that realm, but it's something cool to learn about. I'm always interested in, any systems for thinking about the self and thinking about our habits and our tendencies and why we are the way we are. And I think that kind of information can be interesting and useful from all kinds of sources. So I'm just really pleased with this piece of art, because I think it will help me this year as I am going into the year with sort of a new mindset about how I'm thinking about time and productivity as I am launching my wellness coaching business, which I will be sharing more with you all about, and that's very exciting. But I think this will help me to stay grounded in the seasons, especially if I have it, in a prominent location. And it's just really beautiful, and I thought it would be something that would just be really special to have and to reference throughout the year. So here in the center we have the moon and constellations around it and a beautiful little border, and the whole thing is bordered in a beautiful little celestial ring. And yes, I just think it's really beautiful. And I'll show you a few more things here. We have gnome, a red gnome, and a bird. We have a sunflower. We have some leaves, mushrooms, candles, a snowflake, 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 and a blue flower, a blue flower, a blue flower, and some bees, a little bee, a little bee, a little bee. So this just has a lot. Ooh, there's a feather and a rose. It just has a lot of neat detail to it, which I'm sure I will continue to discover and notice little things about it. And I just really love it, and I'm very pleased. And of course I had seen it, online, in photos, but it's really cool to get to see it in person, and the detail of it, it's just really beautiful, and to get to share it with you. So I hope that you enjoyed unpackaging, unboxing, unwrapping these beautiful pieces of art with me. So we have our main item here, this beautiful, beautiful Wheel of the Year calendar of the moon phases. So beautiful. And then we also had our beautiful sticker with some spring wild herbs on it. The wild violet and the dandelion and the stinging nettle. And then we also, back at the beginning, oh, can I get it? Our cute little print of a teapot. And this really just makes me want to get a whole bunch of different cardstocks and compare how they sound. It's so funny because in another life I worked in marketing and communication and had to do a lot of manage a lot of print pieces, and so I analyzed a lot of different stationaries and card stocks for different projects and purposes, but I never listened to them. I'm glad that's what my current work entails, is listening to things. So, our little print of the teapot. So thank you for being here with me. It's always so much fun to have a little hangout time with you, and especially do something a little fun and spontaneous with you. And so I did just want to mention one more time that the name of this Etsy shop is Heart of the Earth Arts, and the artist is Cat Tween, and I will link to all their information down in the description in case you want to check out this shop and any of their beautiful artwork. So I wish you a happy new year. Once again, we're, almost a month into it now, and sometimes some of that shininess of the new year has started to wear off, and I know I've been feeling pretty sludgy lately with the cold, dark weather. So it's nice to remember that there is a whole cycle of seasons here, and that the spring will come, and that there are things we can focus on during these darker, colder times that are still beneficial and are important elements of, our experience as humans that we need to acknowledge and make space for. And I always kind of like to consider my new year to be on Imbolc, which is on February 2nd. And she actually doesn't have those holidays on this wheel, but that is the midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. And so we've gotten sort of halfway there, and that is part of the traditional Celtic Irish Wheel of the Year. That's where my knowledge of that comes from. And again, I only have very basic knowledge, but Imbolc is kind of a symbol that, as I said, we've gotten halfway through the winter and that the spring is coming. And it's interesting, there are associations with it, connected to Groundhog's Day and other celebrations that happen at that time. There's an interesting history to it. And maybe I'll do a little Imbolc meditation or something in a video and tell you more about it. But I like to sort of start my new year at the beginning of February, because January is just too tough. January, you just have to hunker down and do what you can and get through. And then I feel like February, there's just that little breath of spring that makes it a little easier to move forward. So I'm going to turn our Wheel of the Year here. Because here we are in January, even though it's upside down. And then we'll come over here to February. I'll keep turning. So you can see that here's where we are. And so I'm really happy to be embarking on this turn of the wheel with all of you. I'm excited to see what we will create together this year and what might happen on this channel. I feel like it's a very exciting kind of, moment for a lot of projects I'm working on. So that's promising and reassuring and inspiring. And I'm just always really glad that you're here with me. So let me know what you think of this artwork and which of the 3 pieces of artwork was your favorite. And like I said, I love doing these kind of unboxings and sort of surprise, let's see what it is, type videos for you. So I hope that you enjoy them too. So again, happy year to you. Happy time of new beginnings. Whatever might be sprouting fresh for you right now. I wish you luck and happiness with that, and I hold you in that energy of renewal and creation. And I hope that you will take advantage of this winter season as a time to really rest and recharge and take good care of yourself. Thank you for being here as always. Take good care of yourself. Rest well.